Good evening, St. Mary's parents. My name is Sean Laudeman, and I am coming to you from my classroom on the third floor of St. Mary's School, Hyde Park. The first thing that I would like to touch on is communication. If you need to get a hold of me for any reason, good or bad, please email me at slaudeman@smshp.com. I do best face to face, so if you need to set up a meeting for us to talk before or after school, I'm more than happy to do that. So a little bit of information about me. I've been a part of the St. Mary's community since my baptism in 1981. This will be my 13th year teaching at St. Mary's School. It will be my 14th year teaching in the Catholic schools overall. I started my education career at St. Nicholas Academy. From there, I moved to the University of Cincinnati, and I also was part of the Cincinnati Museum Center's education department. I consider myself to be very blessed to be a part of this passionate education community. Some more information about myself. This is my beautiful wife, Kristen, of 15 years this December. I have two lovely daughters. Lucy's in 8th grade and Emma's in 6th grade. I also have this little guy, George, who is now in 2nd grade. I can't believe time flies so quickly. I started my education at St. Mary's Grade School. I attended there from kindergarten through 8th grade year. Went on to McNicholas High School across the levee. Went to Wittenberg University and got my teaching degree from Xavier University. Where to find my homework? I will post my homework on a daily basis on the whiteboard, the side whiteboard for the students to see. Since the students are not moving from class to class, each of the teachers that comes into my room also has a space on my whiteboard to leave that information for that evening's homework. The best place I think that students should have it is in their planners. We are trying to become organized and self-dependent when we move on to high school. This is the best way to start doing that, to make sure that your student is writing down the homework every evening in their planner. My teacher website will also be updated daily, and also our new facts, which is the old option C, is more of a grade book for me. It is not forecasting things that will be assigned in the future. So the first thing I want to talk about is 8th grade social studies. 8th grade social studies will be focusing on the era of the Civil War through the modern era. We'll also have current events, which will be bi-weekly, and we will also be concentrating on geography with an emphasis on modern Asia and especially the 20th century to current events. We will also talk about government within social studies in the 8th grade, how the U.S. government is developed throughout the years, and how it interacts with global governments as well. We'll also talk about economics, U.S. Economy affecting world economy, and vice versa. The typical class, this is for 8th grade, 7th grade, and 6th grade. Most oftentimes, there is a 5-minute warm-up or springboard into the lesson for the day. We'll have a 10-minute homework review for the homework from the night before, and then we'll move on to a 25-minute time period for new material, either discussion or a lecture from the reading that we have done the day before. Then at the end, we'll have 5 minutes for question and answer and a reminder for any homework that will be coming up. Homework and quizzes, again, this is a breakdown for all three classes, 7th, 8th, and 6th. So there will be homework, quizzes, and tests. The breakdown is like this. Nightly homework will be 10 to 25 points depending on the assignment for the evening. All homework, quizzes, tests, and handouts will be kept in a 5-ring or a 5-subject notebook. I will check those notebooks at test time. This will be a 20-point boost for students that are keeping their notebooks nice and organized. There will be a current event quiz every other week. These current event quizzes will range between 10 and 15 points. There will be an Amerigo Vespucci quest monthly, and those will range between 25 and 50 points. At the end of each chapter, there will be an assessment. Those assessments range from either between 70 points and 110 points. We'll also be a part of the National Geographic Geography Bee this year as well. So be looking forward to that between November and January. Moving on to sixth grade world studies through the 20th century, students will learn that each historical event is shaped by its geographic setting, the culture of the people, economic conditions, government decisions, and the citizens' action and involvement in that society. And we'll move up to present day within the sixth grade as well. The second part of social studies in the sixth grade, this is the second half, which I mean after Christmas, will be medieval times to today in the ancient world. We'll be focusing on understanding and discussing the political and economic events throughout the ancient world and their enduring impact on later civilizations. We'll emphasize the agricultural revolution. We'll talk about global trade routes, the Byzantine Empire, and the medieval feudal system. In the seventh grade, we'll be concentrating on the creation of our U.S. government. We have started with that already, and we will continue with this through the 1900s. We'll also concentrate on the expansion of the U.S. westward in our geography this trimester. And we'll also be talking about the interaction of the U.S. government and global governments throughout this time period after the creation of the Constitution through 1900. We'll also talk about economics, trade, transportation, and stock market will be an emphasis in this class as well. A couple more things personally. I have a couple side jobs this summer, and I have an eBay account and Etsy. If you would like to see all the cool stuff that I have on there, please let me know. Also, Brian Keating and I started a camp 2 years ago called Camp Swoke. Unfortunately, this past summer, we were unable to hold the camp, but we will be starting it up again, hopefully this upcoming summer. So stay tuned, and we'll have a sign out at the first of the year in January. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for your time this evening.